Hello, I'm Thomas Turner, the Lean Farmer. Got a few more improvements for you this week. Got a kit that I made. I got to travel lots of places on the farm, so a lot of times I take kits with me. Also, I've been working in the goat barn, made a bunch more improvements there. And then also been working on a database for breeding my goats because we're starting to get so many goats, I need some help keeping up with it. So check all those out. So I have to move all over the farm a lot of times, and I can go really long distances actually. So over the years, I made these little kits that makes it easier for me to pick up and grab. So I got a bunch of spade bits. I got my fence testers. I got for tagging. That's for banding different critters down there. I basically have a piglet castration toolbox, but I never had anything for when I work with the horses and I have to trim their feet. And I didn't have another old toolbox or anything, so I just made this box. I got my picks to clean their feet, got my rasp, and I got my nippers. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'll eventually add me some Kaizen foam to make that a lot more organized. Took a couple old chairs and added them into the goat paddock, and they are enjoying them quite a bit. All right, so I'm out here in the goat barn. I made an improvement, got me a new gate. So 1 stall, 2 stall, and then by putting this here, I can leave it open unless I need it. And then I added this piece of metal, and then I added those Holy Power mags, and that holds it open. And then I've got this here now. So I used to have the rubber ones, but the goats kept jumping in it, so I went with the metal one right there instead. I had some old boards that I was really just gonna get rid of, and I was like, well, they're still good enough shape to make a good windbreak, so I have added those. And then I've added another one of these to put hay in. So that worked pretty good. It's got the opening on the front that they eat out the bottom. And then I've got lots of work I got to do here. But I always find myself needing a hammer out here, so I added a point of use hammer. And I'm looking forward to adding more of these because, as you can see, they waste a ton of hay, and this really does help. The other one that I put up helps a lot in preventing that. So one improvement I've been working on is creating a database for our goats because the herd's getting so big now, you can't keep up with it. So I got ID, I got a name. Right now, most of them still have names, but pretty soon we're gonna run out of names. You know, whether male or female, their birth date, I got some more information I got to fill in. And some of it I'm not going to know because we didn't know it when we got them. So we'll just build from where we got. When they kidded. And then I'm really interested in what I don't want to happen is for us to have any interbreeding. So I'm going to build a sort by buck and by doe and by the maternal line and the buck line. And so that'll make sure that I never interbreed any of the goats. And then I'm going to have some columns in here that'll tell me after they're born when they'll be ready to breed. And then after they kid, we want to give them a certain amount of months before we breed them again. So we'll have that in here, and then we'll have some notes. And then I've also got a, this kind of keeps up with the breeding plan. So it's got the doe's name, the buck line, when they were bred, and when we think they'll be due. So as our herd continues to grow, this is going to be really important to us. So thanks again for watching, and it doesn't matter what you're doing, you can always find some way to make an improvement, whether you're working on the farm or in a bank or in a manufacturing environment. So keep on making those improvements, and we'll catch you next time.